please. All right, good, good, good. See you. Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome newcomers and welcome students. I know we have a lot of students here that want to that are here also to help recruit some of you traders, new members here, and we're going to talk a little bit about how to make your days pay in about 2 hours or less. It's one of the biggest things that we kind of preach here at Cyber Trading University. And nice sound, Fausto. Thank you very much, Greg. Good to see you. And like I said, all the students, welcome for being here also. But the main goal today, ladies and gentlemen, is you know, I'm not here to entertain you. I'm not here to embarrass anybody or insult anybody. I'm here to educate you, to make you realize that if you really, really like to do this, if you really want to learn how to trade, well, we need traders because trading is almost a 80 to 90% failure rate when it comes to the industry. And people that fail, the main reason why they fail is being self-educated. And not only that, but you know, a lot of people are in desperate mode. Some people that are, you know, now trading their own IRAs, that are retirees. Some of you, you know what I'm talking about. And, you know, you want to live off that, but, you know, you can't go back to work. Social Security is not paying enough, you know, and you don't want to give to some hotshot Wall Street guy when you could do it yourself. Or maybe some of you are in desperate mode and, you know, and you maybe have financial difficulties and you think the stock market is the fastest way for you to make money to kind of get you out of debt. And you know what? All those things sound great and they sound like great ideas, but if you don't surround yourself with good traders and if you don't get yourself educated, well, I hate to say it, you're going to get yourself in a bigger hole and going to make things a lot worse. So my goal, ladies and gentlemen, is to kind of teach you right now is why Cyber Trading University students are very successful and why they're here to kind of recruit guys like you, Barry, and Graham, and David, and Al, and Michael, and Harry, and everybody else here. We're here to recruit guys like you because we want to train you how to trade so we could all trade together. All right. Now, before I get started, I just want to kind of clear out the reasoning why I'm here. You know, and I know everyone is very skeptical and wants to learn how to trade, wants to get into it. But, you know, people always ask me, Fausto, if you're such a great trader, why do you waste your time teaching? Do you make more money teaching or do you make more money trading? Okay. Well, I want to be honest here, okay, because that's a great question. And I think everyone to answer that question. And, you know, everyone has their, you know, way of getting out of that question. But you know what? The bottom line is this. I'm here to make money, okay, just like you. And if I'm not here to make money, then why am I even here wasting my time? Let me tell you how we make money together. If I could teach you how to trade, you're going to make me a lot of money because you're going to make my job easier because that's what today's topic is all about, to work 2 hours or less to make your day's pay. You see, when I started, ladies and gentlemen, I blew up 3 accounts because I was a self-taught individual and, you know, college was not cheap and, you know, I didn't want to go and you know, break my hands like my parents did being immigrants here, working, you know, 12-hour days to put food on the table. My dad always told me, if you could do something that you can make a lot of money without getting your hands dirty, then definitely I recommend you to do it. And he was there for it. But when I stopped blowing through his money, he says, who taught you how to do this, son? I'm like, Dad, how hard could it be? I don't know. Well, I ended up getting a job as a trader. And let me tell you, and this is what you're all going to learn right now and what you're going to learn when you're all going to sign up at the end of this presentation to join my trading room. I should have never made my first trade. It's amazing how many of you guys don't know what level 3 is. It's amazing that a lot of you here are not following the money. It's amazing how many people here are so great in technical analysis but can't even make a day's pay, you know, because you got to stop and think about it. What are you really looking to do? So what I've learned on the first day in the job and when I left my job, because I didn't like sharing the profit with my boss, He always taught me, he says, Fausto, you're going to be a great, great trader, but you're not going to be successful anymore leaving here if you're going to try to do it on your own. You need to surround yourself, and you got to educate traders to trade just like you, like us all, because we all need to work together like a team. So that's what we're looking to accomplish today, ladies and gentlemen. The end game of today's hour presentation is I'm going to show you how we do it here at CyberTrade University and why we've been in business for 25 years and why we're the original professional trading room before anyone even did it before. Because the way I make my life easier is to recruit you guys so I could train you to be part of my family and my team. And that's why my students are here, and they're going to be happy to share their success here at CyberTrade University. So how do we start about doing it? Making money is by following the money. Period. End the conversation. You don't need to even go further than that. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, you're not an analyst, okay? Technical day trading is the easiest, simplest, and it's the start of everything. If you can't day trade, you'll never be a good swing trader or an options trader because it's what happens over the course of the day, which leads into a swing trade, to an investment, to an options trade. You have small spreads, you got very tight spreads, but you just have to follow the money. It's not that complicated. So timing during the day is key, ladies and gentlemen. Now, if you look at this chart right here, okay, I want you to focus on what we do here at CyberTrade University because, it's amazing. I went out there. James, thank you very much, James. James Rose now says, I didn't even know about level 3 before CTU. And we're going to talk about that, James, and everyone here, because everyone's asking, well, I heard about it, but I never seen it. It's like a unicorn. I heard about a unicorn, but I never see one today. All right, and I'm going to explain to you how valuable and how blind you've been trading, but it all starts about timing during the day, okay? Now, this is funny. I was actually on a panel not too long ago in one of these trading expos, and I was standing next to somebody, and they were telling the audience, oh, you never trade until 10:30. You have to wait until the market opens up. Any of you guys ever hear that before? Someone tells you, don't ever trade. You got to let the market open up for about an hour or two, then you could trade. You know why they say that? Because their indicators don't kick in. Do you know that most of the volatility happens in the pre-market? Have you guys ever traded in pre-market? Well, guess what? At the end of this presentation, you guys are going to come with us and you're going to join us in the pre-market. Okay? We're going to show you how we do it. But look at this chart. Look at the volume where most of the volume picks up. From 9:30 all the way to about 11, then you have a big drop, and then it picks up again right after the last 30 minutes. Look at the volume. You see, this is where we make most of our money, the first hour and the last hour of the close. And actually, if you made your money in the morning, you really don't have to even trade the afternoon, actually. But this is where the volatility is. Remember, if you don't have volatility, you're not going to make any money. Well, how? Well, we're gonna get to that. Okay, Ray, we're gonna actually need to get to that. But the timing of the day is where most of the money's being made. Because, and why is that? Well, you got a lot of orders from the night before that are coming in. Market makers don't know where the volume is, so that you're having panic mode and just orders are getting filled. But think about it. I'll put it in very layman terms. How about this? Okay, this is how it was explained to me. Everyone look at a door. Everybody have a door in front of them? Look at the door. You see the door? It's closed. At 9:30, that door is going to open, and you have all these orders from the night before. And once that door opens up, everyone has to rush into your room and complete those orders. Okay? Once everybody's in the room, now what? Okay? Nothing. Everybody knows who wants to buy. They ran on the buy side, the sell side. Well, at 4 o'clock, that door is going to close, and everyone wants to be out of your room because they don't want to be held locked into your room till the next morning. So they close out their orders. And that's basically, in layman terms, how the market actually works. And you don't want to be stuck sitting there all day with nothing going on, with no action in the middle of the day. That's why when we teach our courses at CyberTrade University, most 80% of our students' time at the beginning is spent in education, and that's why our classes are done more in the middle of the day to on the downtime than obviously taking away from the profitable time, which is in the first hour or even the pre-market and in the last hour. Let's look at a nice little runner right here. Anyone familiar with U.S. Steel? Look at this example, what I'm talking about. From 9:30, the stock ran from $24 all the way in a matter of an hour to almost $25. And then look what happened after 10:30. Yeah, you know, you had some volatility. It went up about 30 cents, 40 cents, 10 cents, 20 cents. Look how long, and then all the way until you get about 3 o'clock, 3:30, then you had a nice little, another big volatility where it went from 24.20, 24.60. But think about, do the math. If I was to teach you how to make that dollar every day on 1,000 shares, $1,000, do that every day, you're talking $250,000 job. Who doesn't want that job? How much better life would be if you were to do that? In a matter of what? In an hour's worth of work? Now listen, don't believe me. The students are here. They'll tell you. And you know what? I'm going to invite all of you guys to come and see it live. Any of you guys a part of a successful, not just a trading room, but a very successful trading room where traders, not the mentor, not the instructor, but the students in there making a lot of money. Any of you guys part of a team like that? Well, guess what? I don't want to waste your time, and I'm sure enough I want to waste my students' time and my time. But you're all going to see it at the end of this presentation. You're all going to be invited. You're going to see stocks like U.S. Steel making a big runner. But the point, remember what the topic is all about. How do you make money, okay? How do you make a day's pay in 2 hours or less? And as I repeated, it's the first hour and the last hour. Here's another example. Look what happened to Malin. This company actually makes the EpiPens. Post-earnings announcements. Look what happened from 10 o'clock all the way to 12. It goes from $32.60 all the way down to about $30. Talking about almost a $2 move. Hell, you could just trade the first hour and still made a buck and be happy. And then look what happened. Nothing. Flatline. Anybody ever been to the hospital? You ever hear the words you never want to hear? Oh, flatline. What happens when things are flatline? You're dead, right? Well, that's how the market is. Things are dead. So how do we take advantage of these short-lived runs? That's what we're going to talk about. All right. So how do we take advantage of it? Well, first of all, you got to have the right execution system. Okay. And it's amazing that some of you here are trading on platforms that are not even suitable to be very successful. I want you to understand something very clearly, okay? Now listen to me carefully. Cyber Trading University is not a brokerage firm, all right? We do not get any compensation or endorsement from any brokerage firm. We are brokerage firm neutral. So whatever I tell you is for your best interest. It's not for their best interest. So what I'm basically telling you right now is that brokerage firms don't want you to hear this, but they're trading against you. That's right. They're trading against you. They want you to lose. They are the biggest casino, okay? They are actually holding the bet and hoping that you're going to lose on your trade, okay? How do they do that? Well, first of all, they don't show you exactly where you're getting executed. Like, think about it. Anyone here have a Scottrade account? You ever wonder, like, who bought the stock and where did it come from? Who did we buy it from? I mean, obviously, I bought it from a seller, right? Who's the seller's name? And at what exact time did I really buy it from that seller? Do you guys know? How many of you guys bought a stock? And as soon as you bought it, the damn thing goes down. And as soon as you sell it, it goes up. Or how about you posted an order and you find out about, I don't know, 2-3 minutes later, you know, and like I'm wondering, or they send you an email, like why are they sending emails? You know, why can't you just tell me what's going on? So that's what I want to point out right now, okay? Because this, ladies and gentlemen, is very disturbing. And this is what's going to show you why you're trading blind. There are 3 ways of, now everyone got a pen and paper handy? I want you to watch this very closely, okay? Because you're going to be seeing this live trading when you all come and join me in my trading room. There are three different levels: one, two, and three. Okay. Level one is basically what every brokerage firm offers you. You just get to see the bid and offer. That's basically it. Now, level two was pretty big in the 90s. Now it's obsolete. Um, Apparently, some people thought it told you everything, and when you look at it, it really doesn't. When you're looking at it, you could see here there's really nothing. You really can't. You don't see all the orders. You don't see all the buyers. You don't see all the sellers. You don't see what they want to buy and sell it for. But level three, right there on the right, is going to show you every single order out there. It's going to show you all the bids, which mean buyers, and all the sellers at every single price. Now, does anyone here have level three quotes? Total views, another word that they call it, ECNs. Anybody here have any of these has level three? Okay. Now, what I want you to do when you're done with this presentation, I want you to call your brokerage firm and I want you to ask them, can I get level three quotes? Has everybody got that? I'm doing you a big favor. You call them up. Yes, Peter, it's also called total view. Okay. You call them up and you say, do you offer level three total view? And they're going to, the first thing you're going to be shocked to, you're going to say, I don't know what you're talking about. And number two, when you finally get somebody that knows what he's talking about, they're going to tell you one of several things. They're going to say, oh, yeah, we carry it, but your brokerage firm account doesn't qualify, which is a big slap in the face. What do you mean? My money's no good? Number two, they're going to tell you, oh, yeah, we do have it, but it's very expensive. They're going to do everything they can to discourage you, okay? Now, let me tell you why they're going to discourage you, all right? Because level one and level two does not give you all the data. Level three is going to show you every single order that's out there from every brokerage firm and every institution and every electronic communication network company, every ECN, okay? Which what allows you to become a market maker. Now, I want you to understand something. You can actually place bids and offers and compete against every brokerage firm out there. Let me put it in layman terms if you don't know what I'm getting to. If you're dealing with an online broker, you're dealing with public transportation. Yeah, public transportation is awesome. It's cheap. You don't got to buy a car. You don't have to do it. You know, and there's definitely a value in dealing with public transportation. But if you're a family owner and you live in the suburbs and you got to run a business, you can't depend on public transportation. You need your own car. You need your own driver's license. Now, what's the disadvantage? It's expensive, liability, everything. But at the end of the day, you need to drive your own car. Well, that's what level three is. Level two and level one is like dealing with public transportation, where they're doing the orders for you. Level three is where you get to place your own orders and you could see the order and you know if you're getting it. You could see what's going on out there. Now think about it. Why would they not want to show that to you? Because they're trading against you. They want you to lose. That's how they make money. Now, let's talk about how to utilize level three. So here we are talking about it, and you're like, okay, well, what exactly is it, and how does it work, and everything? Okay. Well, you could do that too if you want, Harry. I mean, you could use your word, your doc, whatever you want to use. All right. Now, let's look at this order right here. Now, ladies and gentlemen, question for everyone, okay, so I'm going to do Trading 101. How do stocks go up and down? What makes a stock go up and down? Let's see if you all could answer this question. By the way, if you can't answer this question, I recommend you to close your account and log out of the room right now, because that means you really have no hope. And I'm just being honest. How do stocks go up and down in the market? All right. If you can't write that in, just write S&D or B and S, just to make sure that everyone's got a pulse out there, that I'm not talking to myself. Everybody just do that? Calvin, Daryl, Aguado, all of you guys, just write buy and sell. Supply and demand, right? Buyers and sellers, supply and demand. Does everybody agree? All right, beautiful. All right, so on the right, you see a chart, right? You look at the stock Fitbit. Okay, everybody familiar with Fitbit? It's that little bracelet, that jogging bracelet. Okay, so Fitbit goes from $5.30 to $5.90. Now, do you see buyers and sellers on a chart? Do you see people buying it and selling it? No, a chart is basically getting its data and just showing you what happened in the past, but it's not indicative of the future. What is indicative of the future is orders. Now, when you look over here on the right, you see in the red column, those are all sellers. They're sellers at $5.87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93. And if you notice, the stock right now is trading at $5.60. And you see how the stock went to $5.90 and it came right down? How could you have known that it was going to back off? Well, when's the last time you saw a stock that had close to about over 100,000 shares looking to be sold there at the offer? Look at all the red column. Look at all those sellers, 65,000, 17,000. That is a big, big, big amount of sellers out there. Remember, what makes stocks go up and go down? Buyers and sellers. Here's another example. Fossil, stock Fossil. FOSL, stock right at the gate. Goes from 890 all the way up to 950. And then, bam, thing drops right down from $9.60 to $9. Now, how many times that happened to you? How many times you wish you could have sold the stock and had a game plan knowing it was going to back off? Well, how many of you guys have a game plan to see those orders? Because look at the blue column. The blue column is the buyers. The right column is the sellers. If you look right around the 960 price range, look at all those sellers. There's a 10,000 share seller. Think about it. Who's more predominant to back this back a seller off? The guy at 1,500 shares or the guy at 10,000 shares? Right? I mean, think about it. Whose side would you want to be on? The buyer with the 100 share buyer, or on the side of this that someone's got looking to sell 10,000? How many of you here see big block orders like that, 10,000 shares? Anyone? How many of you here would have made smarter and better decisions if you were able to see those big block orders? Big difference, ladies and gentlemen. Well, no, in black, that's actually the price, Kyle. The orders are in the blue and the red column. The blue is the buyer column, the red is the sell column. Okay, here's another one. Mello, happens all the time. Well, guess what? That's why we're here, Mello, because the thing is this. I can't teach you to be a successful trader in an hour. All I could do is explain to you that you've been trading totally backwards this whole time, and then you need to convince yourself a little bit more by watching it live, joining me for a week in my trading room and seeing it live. Okay? Like, for example, here's another one. Look at this stock right here. You look at a stock in the blue column. Stock goes from 23.25 all the way down to 22.80, and then goes right back to 23.15, backs off, hits 22.80, goes back up to 23.05, and it's like, why does it keep bouncing off that 22.85? Well, did you see the 25,000 share seller out there? That's what makes supports and resistance levels. Big block orders like that. Okay? Think about it. Are you going to trade 25,000 shares? No. Some of you probably would trade 100, 1,000. You're like, wow, that's a lot of money, 25,000 shares, when you look at it. So when it comes to trading, ladies and gentlemen, all you need to do is follow the money. That's it. How simple can trading be? People make it more complicated than what it is. My mentors always taught me. Listen, I'm from New York. I was trained by the best traders in the world. Okay? This is Wall Street. Goldman Sachs, Merrill Lynch, Shearson, Morgan Stanley. These are these are the best of the best. Why are they here? Why am I so successful? Well, and why am I doing it? Like I said earlier, the only reason why I'm a successful trader is I get to train people like you to see how to do this, so you can make my life easier and tell me, hey, Fausto, look, there's a 25,000 share buyer out there, big support levels. Oh, thank you very much, Danny. Let's go out there and bid with that guy and buy it and sell it at 23.15, and let's make ourselves a quick $250 and have a beer together. How simple is that? I know it sounds ridiculous, but you know what? That's what it is. How do we scan for stocks? That's a great question. Guess what? We're not there yet. All right. Listen, my goal right now, let's just try to reiterate where we're at. I am not here to tell you what to buy and sell. I'm here to teach you how to figure it out on your own. And as of right now, if you're looking for somebody to sell you the next best indicator, the hot picks, okay, that's not what Cyber Trading University was built on. Cyber Trading University is built on training you how to figure it out on your own. That's what we're not here to scan stocks for you. We'll tell you what we traded. We'll tell you where we find them, but we're here to let you think for yourself, because Fausto can't, and the instructors at Cyber Trading University can't be there to hold your hand all the time. All right, so guys, let's have a little quick little pop quiz. All right. Looking at this position, could you guys tell me where's the big, what we call, quote unquote, iceberg orders? Anybody see an iceberg order out there? Let's see if you guys can figure it out. Where's the iceberg order? Where's the big block order? Where is there a big amount of shares that would, and technically will make a big support and resistance levels? Well, if you said 2580, you were absolutely right. Right there. And when you look at the chart and you're saying, wow, why is the stock, why did it go from 930? It went from 2480 up to 2580 and went right back down to 2480. Wow, that would have been great. In 15 minutes, would have made $1,000. But because I got greedy, I lost it all. And why did I lose it all? Well, did you see the 11,000 share order out there? That's right. And that's a resistance. So what we call these, ladies and gentlemen, here at Cyber Trading University, we actually invented this word. Now everybody's using it. These are called iceberg orders, what we call them. Big block orders. Actually, technically, they're called big block orders. But when we have a substantial big order, big block orders usually 5,000 or more. But when we have a very unusual large order, we call them iceberg orders. Okay? Now, guys, was that hard? Was that difficult so far? Everybody, anyone have any questions so far? Like, wow, well, I mean, I when I saw that, I'm like, why would no one not want this data? Okay, do you know why people don't go out of their way to learn this? Number one, they don't want to take the time to learn it. Number two, it's not free. Now, when I started, just to let you know, that data cost me $800 a month to get that data, to see the institutions. Now, some of you will be like, wow, that sounds like a lot of money. Well, if you want to make $250,000 a year or $100,000, is there such thing as free rent? Nothing's free in this world. So that's why I blew up my account. And you know what? It doesn't cost $800 anymore. Now it costs $15, and people will still not buy it. Guess what? When I take you under my wing and my students start teaching you also how to make money, those are the people we want to trade against. Those are the people, if they don't want to spend $15 to learn how to do it or get that data, because, and listen, nothing is free in this world. The only thing that's free is the cheese in the mousetrap. We all know what happened to the mouse. So that's where we're at with that. Well, thank you very much, Chris. And Chris is also a very loyal student of CyberTrading University. And Chris is here because he knows he was you several months ago. And Chris knows that he needs to help recruit traders like you to join the team, because you're going to make his life easier. And this is what we do all day, because the more people we have out there scanning what we're looking for, the more money we make together. Now, this is what I'm going to offer to all of you. I always like to stop in the middle and, you know, kind of give you guys a little bit of how to get involved before everybody else jumps on the wagon. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, we have some nice, you know, 2 5-minute clips, free videos. So, you know, listen, I know not everybody's convinced yet and you want to get to see a little bit more. So, listen, feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel and see some of these little sample videos. But I like to stop right here in the middle, and I want to do a quick promotion. If you guys want to join me for a week in my trading room, a full week with pre-market and after-market, and with some hundreds of dollars of free workshops, all I'm asking is for $10 to pay for the subscription. Eric Colombo right there just posted the summer link right there. For $10, if you register right now, for the first 10 people, I will personally give you a free coaching class. Now, why would Fausto waste his time to do a coaching class with you? Is because I'm looking for traders. I'm looking for serious people that want to make serious money that I could train. So right now, if you register at this moment, click on that link, you will get 1 week in my live trading room with my hundreds of students, the original trading room, okay, in the industry, and you will get a free coaching class with me personally. Now, when's the last time you ever spoken to someone and got that for 10 bucks? Well, like I told you, I'm looking for serious people, all right? So while some of you are registering right now, let's go on and talk about what some of you all mentioned. How do we find this information? Like, where do these market makers hide their orders, and, you know, how do we find these stocks and all that good stuff? Well, listen, the first thing we're going to teach you, Grant Brockway said he paid $39 and was the best money he ever spent. Well, thanks a lot, Grant. Technology just got a little cheaper on us. As technology gets a little bit less, we just pass it over to you. Now, getting back to the technology part of it, ladies and gentlemen, you could see right here that Solfin had a 150,000 share seller. So now this is the next thing people ask me. How do you know it's a real order? Right? Everybody's always asking, how do you know it's not fake? Well, first of all, there's no brokerage firm that's going to allow you to put fake orders. And number two, you know, people could change their mind. But how do you know that order is getting executed? You know, can it be a major resistance? Well, you know what? There are people that will get executed. I mean, look at this order. Does he get pulled? How do we know? Look, it went from 150,000 to 100,000 shares looking to be sold. Well, look at that big spike there on the volume. The stock did go up. The guy got executed. So when you see somebody selling 150,000 shares and everyone else is looking to buy 5,000, 10,000, that's a good sign. That's a really good sign. That means someone really, really wanted it and bought it. And what do you think happens to the price of the stock? It goes up. So how do we do that? We use time and sales. Um, what is your opinion on stock scanner software like Shaken Analyst and listen, Jacques, when it comes to trading, if you heard what I said earlier, why would you want some indicator to tell you? The problem with indicators is they're laggers. Okay, they're not leaders. You want to be able to read. And I know some of you might be a fan and not a fan, but you ever watch CNBC? Why is CNBC has their recording studio on New York Stock Exchange? Look behind the screens. Look at all those monitors. How many scanners do you see on those big screens? You don't see anything. You see numbers. If the best traders in the world are looking at the numbers, and why are you going out there trying to invent the wheel? They're just very attractive. That's the problem why people fail, is because they're over analyzing and having something tell them what to buy and sell. Listen, I like GPS in my car, but at the end of the day, someone's got to drive the car, right? I mean, would you rather look at the GPS and not look at the front of the windshield? If you're that type of a guy, well, God bless you. You might get in a lot of accidents on the way, but eventually you'll get there. So anyway, time and sales is another very important feature on an execution system because it tells you the orders. Did you guys know that a chart, an indicator, gets all its data from time and sales? And it's amazing how many people just don't have it and don't use it. I was talking to another brokerage firm a while ago, and you know why they said, I asked them, I said, hey, Fausto, do you mind doing classes for, I don't want to mention the brokerage firm, but it was one of the big professional ones out there. And they were asking me, they're like, Fausto, could you do a presentation, teach people, how to trade, because we have a lot of people that like day trading. And I'm like, great, no problem. I'm looking at the platform. I'm like, where's the time and sales window? And it says, oh, we don't have it. I'm like, why not? It says, well, because it uses a lot of data, which is a bunch of horse crap. It uses up data. So speed up your data. And first of all, it's on the user's end that uses up the data, not you. They're like, oh yeah, but it uses up our data. Listen, at the end of the day, they're trading against you. I'm like, well, I'm sorry, I can't do a presentation for you because unless I have the right software with the right data, you're kind of trading against us. And that's the way it looks like. Because you got to understand, previous data is indicative of the future, and that's how we look at it. Follow the money. That's all we have to do, ladies and gentlemen, is follow the money. Let's look at an example of a stock that we traded, like X. Like I mentioned earlier, there's a trade that we did. Look at this. You bought it, you sold it, 500 shares. You make yourself what? 70 cents, 350 bucks. Do you have to trade any more than that? There is your less than 2 hours a day trading. So we can't predict, we just react to the trade because everyone's always asking, well, how do you know where to buy, where to sell? Well, let me tell you, for that $10, ladies and gentlemen, okay, we're going to show you how do we react. We're going to give you some workshops. You're not going to find this on the YouTube channel. You're only going to find that we keep the good ones for our serious students. You're going to see some workshops where we're going to talk about time and sales. We're going to talk about pre-market trading. We're going to do something in the middle of the day, which is called Traders Talk, when you get to ask professional questions where our students, you need to tweak and fine tune what's going on. So all these stuff you're going to get at Cyber Trading University. And that's right, Grant. You must have all the tools to make good trades, and without those tools, you're basically trading blind. And then, getting back to what one of you, like Jacques, would just mention, well, what indicator and what technical analysis? My God, how many damn indicators are out there? It's like everybody's coming out with one. I mean, look at this chart right here. What's easier to read, chart number 1 or chart number 2? Remember, listen carefully. What makes supports and resistance levels is buying and selling. Buyers and sellers. That is it. And if you draw those trend lines and you see those orders out there, what do you think is going to happen? No indicator out there is going to tell you that because they're laggers. They're not leaders. All you have to do is follow the money, look at the orders getting executed, and work with your constituents at CyberTrade University, your fellow traders, your fellow mentors, and we work together and we'll make money together. And that's how it works. So do you need all these indicators? Now, listen, indicators were invented by mathematicians. And, my mentor always taught me, he says, Fausto, who do you want to learn from, a mathematician or a trader? I said, of course, obviously a trader. They says, well, then just listen, they work if you're a swing trader. They work if you're an options trader, an investor. It does not work for day trading. And the reason why I love day trading, because I'm always in cash. That's why we came out with the word, the KISS method. Keep it super simple. That is it. So let's talk about stocks that we traded. Will you include futures or only stocks? Well, Jeffrey, there's only about 3 people in this world that are very good futures traders. I don't trade futures. I like stocks. I was just born and bred trading stocks. But if you really want to learn futures, why don't you send me an email, and I'll send you those names who I would recommend. And for some of you that also might want to know about Forex or options, there's only a few people that I would recommend. Everyone else is out there just to, make money on you, on your education. A lot of them are actually doing what I'm doing. We want to train you and be part of a professional trading room, because we basically all come from the same family. Just everyone does a little different. All right, so here's some stocks that we traded. FRTA, here's our little, when you're also part of our trading room, you will get our Twitter feed, and we'll send out these tweets. You can go back, you can back test it. Look at this stock, FRTA. Who would ever thought of trading a stock that they never heard a name of? But look at it. Stock goes from 440 in a matter of 30 minutes. It goes all the way to 540. Make $1,000 bucks. Who doesn't want that job? On a $4,000 investment, which is another thing people always ask me. Do you need a lot of money to do this? No. Who told you that? That's why a lot of people I find always go to swing trading and options. They're like, I do it because I heard, I don't think I have the right size account. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. You don't really need that as much money as you think you do. Who would you recommend to training? Well, like I said, Dick, just send me an email and I'll send it to you. I don't like to recommend anyone over on when we blew up broadcasts. All right. And not only that, but every single one is a case-by-case basis for every one of you, not just different laws, different requirements. That's the reason why. So send me an email. Tell me a little bit about you. And if you did take any training with someone, I'll tell you if they were good or not. All right? And believe me, I've been doing this for 25 years. I pretty much know I know everybody, 90% of the people in this industry. Now, listen, look at the potential income that you can make. If you bought 1,000 shares of stock and moves up 50 cents, it's $500 a day. That's a six-figure salary. Listen, this is the best job in the world. It really is, ladies and gentlemen. You are your own boss. You can come wherever you want. You don't have to depend on your money that you saved. If you're retired, if some of you are in financial stress and you can't find a job and you need something that, you don't want to start all over and you want to keep the income that you work, let me tell you, you got to try day trading. But you have to learn from mentors. This is not a self-taught individual, okay? So what I'm saying here is this. For $10, join our trading room for 1 week. That's it. And don't judge us on the winners, okay? Look at the losers and look how we control them. That is probably one of the biggest problems that most of you have. You don't know how to take losses. Well, you'll see us, and we'll support you on that. We'll tell you, we'll focus on it. We work together as a team. But you need to know how to speak the language. You need our instructors like Josh, Leviton, going out there work with you. You need Eric and John and myself. You need us to work with you, not against you. Chris says the best thing I learned to control losses and know when to sit on my hands. And you know what? It's exactly what the goal is. And thank you very much, Chris, for sharing that. So what you're going to get, ladies and gentlemen, here at Cybertrading University is with the trial, you're all going to have access to an education advisor. And you're going to talk to an advisor, and he's going to tell you about the workshops. He's going to book your appointment. If some of you were the first 10 people registered, he'll make a date for you to talk to me next week. If you got a couple of days under your belt in the room, and then for some of you, like I said, if you're not able to get an appointment with me, you'll at least be able to talk to a different instructor. But find out if it's for you or not. Okay, you have nothing to lose but to gain. So this is basically what you're getting with the trading summer bundle. For $10, you're going to get 3 daily meetings. You're going to get real stock alerts, morning and afternoon watch lists, live Q&A strategy sessions, access to your own personal education advisor, and as a bonus, you're going to get 5 exclusive trading workshops and hundreds of hours of Q&A. Why would we do this for $10? Okay, like I told you, we're looking to recruit new students that we could train that could help me and our students and yourself make more money together. That's what we're looking to do. So we're looking for serious traders. So there's the link, ladies and gentlemen. It's up on the screen. We got about a couple of minutes left here. Does anyone have any last-minute questions before we end our presentation? So how do you scan for the smart stocks? Well, basically what we do is we have a big percentage gainer and loser, that list that's going to be posted. You're going to see it. You'll see our scanner, which a lot of brokerage firms do carry. And we're gonna go through that list. We'll do a morning meeting, and I'll help scan out, if not me, my other instructors will help scan out the stocks that will be called tradable and not tradable, because not all of them are tradable. We trade things that are moving. Jeff, not really for stock trading, because they don't offer level 3. It's a good platform, but you need a little tweaking to it. There's some of the things they don't offer it. It's a good platform, but it's missing the level 3, which, don't worry, when you log into our room, Jeff, we'll show you where to get it. Kyle, you know what? Interactive brokers, I don't do anything with them. The problem with interactive brokers, I don't like to bash any company, but they don't give you really good support. They don't give you the support that you need. And I don't know if it's really fully direct access. There's a lot better ones out there. And by the way, guys, if you're a student of Cybertrading University, we have brokerage firms that we deal with that will actually pay for you to join our classes, because they know if you know what you're doing, you'll be a student of theirs forever. TradeStation, great platform. One of the recommended platforms that we use and that we showcase. Thinkorswim's pretty good, but it's really good for options. That also needs some tweaking. So that, everybody, that's what I'm saying to all of you. Every one of you are a case-by-case basis. So when you join our trading room, you're all going to have access talking to an instructor, education advisor. He'll know a little bit about you, and he'll advise you who would probably be best for you. Everybody's has different margin requirements and different interests. By the way, just a couple of shout outs. Seems like I'm getting a lot of people that are registered. I always like to kind of thank a lot of them that are already here. If you haven't done it already, I'd like to thank who we have here. Daryl from Texas. Welcome aboard, Daryl. I look forward to speaking to you. Also like to thank Jim Flynn from Ohio. Congratulations. Look forward to talking to you. And who else we got here? Dilip from Maryland. Look forward to talking to you. Just going down this list right here. Andrew, right over here, not too far from us, from New York. Andrew McCall, good to see you. Congratulations. All right. Any last minute questions, ladies and gentlemen? Well, thank you very much, Grant Brockway, another very loyal student of ours that's been with us for almost 3-4 years. He's always come here to help recruit because he knows that the more educated students we get, the more money we all make together. All right, now with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to end the presentation with something very, very important for all of you guys to hear. If you do not move forward with Cyber Trading University, maybe we're not for you. I mean, there's only way to find out, but to sample it for $10. And if you're not happy, we'll give you $10 back. Believe me, we're not getting rich on $10. All right, we're just looking. It's just a way to help us filter and you know we're dealing with someone that's serious. So that's one of the reasons why we charge $10. But if you're not happy after a week, we'll give you $10 back. Don't worry about it. No questions asked. All right, but the thing I want you to focus on is that if you don't move forward with Cyber Trading University, guys, listen, you got to learn from somebody. And if you did take education with somebody else, it's okay to learn from somebody. Sometimes you need to learn from more than one mentor, more than one school. So please don't go out there and think like, oh, but I took education. Don't ever stop learning, ladies and gentlemen. Great traders never stop learning. I want you to understand that this is an 80 to 90% failure rate. And the last thing you want to do, ladies and gentlemen, is be part of that failure rate. Some of you are in financial difficulties. Some of you are between jobs. Some of you want to spend more time with your family. Some of you are retired. You're not going to find a job that's going to pay you as much money than what we're doing here now. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So with that said, I'd like to thank the staff, and most importantly, I'd like to thank the students, Chris, Grant, all of you guys that are here to help recruit. And I look forward to seeing you all in our professional trading room. And like I said, if you're not ready, and another question came across. You don't have to start immediately. If you want to start on Monday, you could do that too. So whenever you're ready, feel free, because the summer special is going to end within the next 24 hours, and within the summer's almost over. All right, because September and October, November are the best months of the year. So let's get ready to start trading and trading against the uneducated. Thanks, everyone. Appreciate it. Look forward to seeing you all in the trading room. Thank you very much.
Cyber Trading University, the world leader in education for traders and investors, has over 15 years of experience teaching students how to make the most of their portfolios in volatile markets. Cyber Trading University gives members the best educational opportunity to become a successful trader. Cyber Trading University offers many benefits: class content, webinars, instructors, live class interaction, customer support, customer loyalty, security, and many more. Cyber Trading University prides itself on working with the best brokerage firms and software companies in the business to offer free demos and platform tutorials. This gives our students the ability to fully leverage their trading tools in their daily market routines. Perfect time to trade these volatile markets and learn Wall Street secrets. Register today at www.cybertradinguniversity.com or call 877-70-CYBER to speak with an educational advisor and sign up for a free introductory course in stocks, forex, options, technical analysis, swing trading, and much more. Cyber Trading University, the world leader in education for traders and investors, has over 15 years of experience teaching students how to make the most of their portfolios in volatile markets. Cyber Trading University gives members the best educational opportunity to become a successful trader. Cyber Trading University offers many benefits: